2025. It is fantastic to have so many of you here with us today. I'm Nick Poole, I'm Chief Exec at Ukie. It's almost a year to the day since I first joined Ukie at Members Day, where I was left on stage to face questions about copyright and AI. So we won't be doing that again this year. But thank you so much for everybody for taking the time to be here with us today. I'm just going to say a few words by way of housekeeping, and then I'm going to introduce our new chair to give us a welcoming and opening address. So we don't have a fire alarm planned for this morning. If the alarm does go off, the fire exits are at the back of the room. You will see throughout the day colleagues from Ukie wearing Ukie t-shirts, so they'll help you find the fire exits if you need them, but also anything else you need throughout the course of today. We hope you have a fantastic day here with us. Please do come and have a chat with me, have a chat with anybody from the Ukie team, and indeed we have most of the Ukie board here as well today. So looking forward to some brilliant conversations. So without further ado, it is my huge pleasure to welcome and introduce you to our new chair for 2025, Maria Sayans. Maria.
And I remembered a friend of mine who used to be a policewoman at school. And she said that whenever a fight broke in the school, first thing she would do as she had to go and deal with it, she would pull her hair back on a ponytail and put her lipstick on, because that's how the kids would pay attention to her. So hopefully I don't have to deal with any fights today. But it's such a pleasure, such a delight and honor to have recently become the chair of Ukie. I've been on the board now for 4.5 years, yeah, it's been an amazing experience. Such a great group of people, such interesting conversations, and so much energy behind our new strategy. So many thanks to my predecessor, Tom Hegarty, who has led the board so well and done so much to increase diversity and visibility on the board itself. So Members Day is the annual occasion in which we come together as a community to support each other and share ideas. And today's program is structured around the main programs in Supercharged. And Supercharged is our very bold vision for the next 5 years. Vision and plan. So the three themes that you're going to see in the program today are around elevating games. So that's about helping people see and understand and feel the value and the power of play and the positive impact of games. The second theme is about empowering talent. Ensuring that wherever you come from, whoever you are, whatever your circumstances are, you can build a career, not just jobs, careers in this amazing industry, as many of us have been lucky to enjoy, and we want to pass that on and make sure that people continue to enjoy that privilege. And then the third theme is about energizing the industry. It's about creating the best possible environment for games businesses of all scales to flourish and to prosper. So as we go into these three themes and how they all tie together under our bold plan, Supercharged, I wanted to kind of throw three ideas as I think about the future of the industry. About unity, about ambition, and about growth. So, unity. Ukie represents every company across the whole UK video games and interactive entertainment industry and ecosystem. We're proud to represent some of the world's biggest and most impactful developers and publishers that have created amazing games. But we're also proud to be home of some of the fastest growing mobile companies. We're proud to represent independent games companies like Us2 Games, also scale-ups, work-for-hire studios, co-development studios, and the whole ecosystem of companies that support them, like law firms and accounting firms, and tools developers, and event companies. When we speak to the government or build connections across the industry, across other industries, it's important that we speak with a united voice. Our long-term interests are best served when we work together and when we raise our voices together to secure our common interests. The second theme is about ambition. The British, the UK games industry, it's an amazing success story. Many of the world's greatest games have been made here. But sometimes it's easy to forget that we're just at the beginning. The industry is, less than 50 years old. We're still young. And yet, we're in an industry that is as transformative as TV and film, as deep as literature, and as powerful as the visual arts. But unlike other media, we're truly democratic in the way that we reach every part of society. So our aim at Ukie is to ensure that when we walk into a room, we walk with confidence, with full understanding and knowledge of our place in the world and the impact that we have. We should be ambitious. Like I said, we have only just started, we've only just begun, and where we can go is still to be defined. We're gonna have to do that together. So it's important to talk about growth. That's my third idea. At Ukie, our ambition is to support the entire ecosystem to grow and prosper. It'd be foolish not to recognize that the last few years have not been easy. And at Ukie, we're constantly thinking about how do we accelerate the industry to a better place. And I think that as we look ahead, it's important that we look back as well and that we learn. And when we think about growth, we think about good growth. And what is good growth to us? So good growth is about investing and supporting sustainable growth in companies. And sustainable growth, this is something that we think about a lot, is about companies that invest. They invest in their IP, they invest in their people, they invest in their technology. So we want to see more companies in the UK to scale and grow in a sustainable way. And this has been the key idea underpinning our work with government. How do we create a better financial support for games industries at every stage of their development? It's important to recognize that the way that we got here is not the way that we're going to go forward from here. That the growth in the future is going to look possibly quite different. We're going to see growth in mobile and social gaming, growth in audiences that we reach through streaming, growth in new games emerging from UGC platforms. We'll see evergreen games that grow with the audiences. We'll also see growth as we collaborate with other creative industries. And we'll also see growth through innovation, both in the indie, AA, and AAA space. So I remember when I started in the industry in 2001, I was an event, just all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I think is the expression. And a journalist asked me, what excites you about the industry? And I said, well, it's the possibility for games to occupy and to reach every space of the human experience. I want to see games about cooking, games about raising a child, games about the sadly universal experience of losing a loved one, games about poetry. We've done all of that. And what else can we do? What other spaces can we reach? How do we reach not just wider, but deeper? These are all things that we think about when we think about the next phase of growth of our fairly adolescent industry in many ways. So as the trade association for the whole industry, the whole ecosystem, Our ambition is to reach out and support all these areas of growth, all these growth opportunities, building the foundations in which the future of the games industry will depend. So that's my message to everyone today. Let's be united. Let's work with confidence that reflects the impact that games have on people's lives. Let's be bold, ambitious, and creative as we work together to define a new pathway to growth for this industry. So it's my pleasure now to introduce Charlotte Nichols, Member of Parliament for Warrington North, who has been a Member of Parliament since 2019, and more importantly, she is the chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Video Games. She's been, since 2024, a great advocate for the industry, working across Parliament, advocating for the power of video games, and collaborating with us in our very successful Westminster Games Week. So welcome, Charlotte, and thank you, everybody.